What are you? What are you doing? No, again, I didn't clap mine. 3, 2, 1. Nice.
Brickmaniacs.
You go first.
Brickmaniacs, welcome back to another Designer Studio episode of Brickmania TV.
Yes, first one in a while.
Yeah, welcome back to the States.
Thank you.
It's
Glad
good
to
to
be
see you.
back.
It's good to see you.
Talking about models we've done this winter, and
Yeah.
some of them are still in stock.
This is a fairly recent one.
Yes, very recent. Marder II.
Marder II.
Marder II. It's a very famous Marder II. Why don't you read us out loud the name of this particular Marder?
We were just discussing how to properly pronounce things in German, which is to say things angrily and quickly. So this is a Kohlenklau.
Exactly.
And Kohlenklau translates to coal thief.
Yes, Coal Thief. It was a very popular cartoon characters from German propaganda during World War II. It was basically a coal thief that scared families into not wasting their coal, because coal was, of course, very valuable at the time during wartime, and it was just propaganda character. It was very effective, very famous, and the commander of this very famous Marder II was very effective. You can see the kill rings on the gun. So
I had a number of complaints about this printed part because it doesn't have nearly enough kill rings. And I could have put an accurate number of kill rings, but it would just be just tiny pinstripes.
Yeah.
It would look like I was shading it because. So this is not the accurate number. It needs at least twice as many. I want to say it was like 16,
it was
18,
20
kills.
20 by the time. So this was featured in a propaganda magazine. So there's many pictures of this tank that was taken with their commanders wearing proudly the Iron Cross, and it was very, very German looking guy. So the Marder II, do you know what the Marder II is?
Oh, it's a tank destroyer.
It's a tank destroyer.
Yeah.
So it is
Built
based
on a Panzer II chassis.
exactly with a 75mm gun. Was introduced. These kind of vehicles were introduced after the Battle of France, because they found out that they did not have very effective anti-tank weapons, but they had a lot of obsolete chassis of smaller tanks they could build on, and they had very, very powerful guns. So they combined the two to create a series of tank destroyers. So
Is
it
this
was
one of the tank destroyers they built with captured French guns?
No, this is a German gun, but there's tank destroyers with that equipped with French guns, lots with Soviet guns. So everything they could get their hands on, they would slap on a Panzer II and try to kill tanks with it.
It's a great idea and very effective.
Exactly.
Yeah. So most of a tank.
Most of a tank.
Yeah.
So yeah, the base is my Panzer II design, basically.
It's a great design.
Yeah, and it rolls very well, and it's sturdy and playable. The top was completely redesigned, so the real thing has a big metal cover on the back. So if you see like there's a gap here, that's how it looks like, because they just covered the back of the complete back of the tank with a metal cover, so people could sit on it and have storage and whatever. Open top, and we have some printing to talk about, I think, because this thing is packed with prints. Where do you want to start?
Well, I'll talk about the camouflage really quick. This is a real basic camouflage.
Yeah.
Just random spots, a little bit fuzzy, one color. Just it's like they were told to go camouflage their tank, and they only brought one spray can. And they're like, well, okay, there we go. So I like how it turned out. There's lots of like places where the camouflage crosses off of a part and onto the next part. And overall, it's a good smattering of camouflage without making like if we print everything, it makes a very expensive kit. So this is nice, and then we can put that print budget towards things that I think are more important, like wooden boxes,
Of course.
with 5-sided printing. And
Yeah.
And this is a beautiful box that turned out really well.
So they had this very massive box on the side, and I said we have to print it, even though it was quite of a challenge because of the cross elements on 2 different colors. So it's not an easy print to do, and it's also like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 parts that together make that box. Yeah.
Yeah, so not an easy print at all. Yeah, printing on the end of a 1x6 is not my favorite thing to do ever, but it works. And then we've got a couple other prints on here also, like we've got the little driver's
Viewport,
side viewport. Of course, the Colin Clow face on both sides of the tank, the Balkenkreuz.
Show that off. Balkenkreuz.
And then an additional box print in the back. I don't remember what I put in there.
Pack 40 ammunition.
Oh, ammunition for the gun. Great.
Another feature I really like is that all the wheels are printed. So this adds so much detail overall and allows us to use black tires that are easier to find. And another very nice feature is the gun. It's the gun build itself, which is quite intricate, that can turn. So let's show how it really works. So the real thing has a gun lock, which is massive gun lock. And it should be
double robot arm.
Yeah, double rotor arm. It should be. You see pictures. It's bent down like this, so the gun is free to aim in front, and the gun itself turns. It was a real challenge because there's so many angles, both on the gun shield and the frontal armor. So having it able to turn was not easy at all.
And the real gun has a very limited range
of movement, yes, of course.
Also.
So, and it also goes up and down. The figure is modeled after the commander that is seen on the famous pictures, in the magazine. So it's got a lot of metals, wire for the radio, and a new field cap in dark gray. So just your regular tank commander. Very proud of all the T-34 he knocked out this morning, just before breakfast. Just before his schnitzel. And we decided to add a Colin Clow poster.
Yeah.
And if you zoom in really close, I bet you can read what it says.
If you can read German, you can read that. Yeah. That's a one-for-one reproduction of a piece of propaganda.
Yeah.
Reminding you not to waste coal.
Yeah. Don't waste your coal. Otherwise, Slam is gonna steal all your coal.
I will. I want it. This is a beautiful model. I love the shaping on the various, like the not turret, but
casemate.
Casemate. Yeah.
Maybe.
Like angles up, angles in, angles. Yeah, it's like you did some great
shaping
for a very, very small space.
Exactly.
And then the gun is just like it has just enough greebles to make it interesting looking and realistic looking.
Exactly.
Like the binoculars off the top.
Binoculars. Yeah. So this is the Marder II, still in stock as we speak. So limited edition won't come back once it's sold out.
So you've got a very limited amount of time to go get this for your German armor collection.
Thank you. See you next time.
Okay.